folks, we have made it to Boondockers Enduro. I just got the camp all set up. Got my water, cookingware, bike, dogs. Hard to see anything at the moment. I've got my screen mesh. Luna's inside. The dogs have eaten. And once I eat, I'm gonna lay back here. It's getting late. I'm hungry. Yeah, we'll take another tour in the morning. Okay, starting off with test 1. Nice little hill to start off with. This test was pretty spicy. Lots of challenging terrain, more than I was expecting, to be honest. But super fun. You can already see the dust kicking up a little bit. That's from all the riders that started ahead of me. It definitely got worse as we approached people. But hey, that's something everybody had to deal with. So we're not going to complain about it. There in the yellow is our photographer Lacey from Extreme Media. Make sure to reach out and get your photos, y'all. So here you can see me catching up to somebody in these TSCEC Enduro races. Riders are led into the test about 15 seconds apart, so whenever you catch up with someone, they're pretty respectful to let you by. So here, looks like I'm going pretty slow, and I am. One of the reasons is the limited visibility, so the dust is one barrier to visibility. The other is the sun hitting straight into your eyes and the shadows that it creates. So some of these areas I was literally going into blind, though of course that is not an excuse for my overall lack of speed. So that being said, super fun course. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to these races next year. So for those who don't know, the TSCEC format, these Enduro races are essentially a series of tests. On day 1, we had 4 tests. Day 2, we had 6. On day 2, 4 of the 2 were the same, and then we just had an extra 2 tests. Essentially, the tests are timed. The liaisons, which link the tests, are not. So here you can see me catching up to somebody else. And they're letting me by. Again, if you ever catch up to anyone here, you're making up ground. And if someone catches up to you, they started, if anything, at least 15 seconds behind you. So if they catch up to you, they're faster than you, let them by. Bam. That was Nathan Krasinski. I heard someone behind me, I let him by. He is actually one of the fastest riders in the state, and I believe finished second or third. So he's in front of me for quite a while there, but only because he was being held back. He's gonna disappear. It's fun to try to chase him, but like I said, general lack of speed is holding me back, something I'll be working on till the next one. While I'm sure you're having just as much fun as I am watching this, I'm going to start clipping away towards the highlights. So stick around, y'all, and enjoy the clown show. All right, so we ended up surviving test 1 after a little craziness, and we are now starting off test 2. This one is a little faster, flowier. The sun's a little higher, so the shadows are just a little bit less intense. And just like last time, I will be cutting away to some highlights. That being said, all the tests that I have in full length, I will be posting as separate videos. So for those curious to see what an actual full length test looks like, look for those videos. They'll be linked in my channel. But for now, we'll go ahead and skip to some of the highlights. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, that freaking hurt. I got banged up pretty good. As much as I wanted to try to ride fast here, I just did my best to make it to the end of the test. Like I said, my neck and shoulder took a pretty good beating. I wasn't really sure of what all I was able to do or not, and I figured I'd just get to the test and make any decisions I needed to make from there.
Well, we've wrapped up day one of racing here at West Texas Boondockers. I've had time to do a little stretching, a little yoga, and take the dogs out for a walk. I did have a pretty big crash on test 2. I fell off this hill and the bike ended up falling on me, which resulted in a bit of a sprain in my neck area. It's gotten better since. It's kept on getting better throughout the tests, but I'm lucky I have tomorrow to redeem myself a little bit. Looks like I finished 10th, so still top 10 out of not that many more, but looking forward to feeling better tomorrow and hopefully having a smoother ride, if anything. Check out the setup in the daylight. Dogs are happy. I'm starting to come together and looking forward to tomorrow's racing. What's up, y'all? Day 2. Just completed test 1. Taking a little piss break between test 1 and test 2. Didn't have time to film anything this morning, but hey, it's a dusty day again. Super slick out there, gotta be careful, and the main thing is you can't see the trail because the dust gets flung up by the people in front of you. So it's a tough day out there. I do feel my neck a little bit, but I will say it's way better than it was yesterday. But heading into test 2 and keep pushing from there.
All right, here we go on test 2 again. This should look pretty familiar from the footage earlier. This is pretty much the exact same test, but on the next day. There were some slight differences. For instance, the hill that I fell on the day prior, they took that out of the test. I'm not sure why. I don't think it was necessarily a super hard obstacle objectively. Subjectively, I was pretty happy that that thing was out because I did not want to fall again, though I did kind of want to redeem myself on it. So overall, very similar test, few minor differences, and enjoy some of these clips of me ripping the 125. Funny enough, I smashed into this part again. This is where I got lost the day before. So here I was really mindful to look out for ribbons, and I stayed on the trail. No going off course today. Alright, so after test 2, it looks like I forgot that I had a GoPro, so we're jumping on to test 5. This is a brand new test for the day, so test 5 and 6 were new for day 2, and it started off with a banger. Not sure whether or not it looks like it, but I love long sandy loop sections. There's our front again. The sand is definitely a challenge for the 125, but as with most things, it definitely is rider skill over machine. I I managed to get stuck a couple of times. Unfortunately, I don't have those on camera. But mostly, I just had a blast and really looked forward to this nice and flowy section. After test 4, I feel most of the people that I was around were just as exhausted as I was, and it was a bit of a relief that it opened up, though the sand whoops really didn't let us relax at all. Nonetheless, super fun test, and again, I will link all tests I have in full into my YouTube channel, so look for that there. I'll skip over to some of the highlights.
Yeah, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what fatigue looks like on a dirt bike. Missing the trail, can't hold the balance, fishtailing everywhere, good times. And that's a wrap, y'all. I ran out of batteries, didn't get to film test 6, and it looks like I didn't take any more vlog type footage. So till next time, hope you enjoyed it.